He had been sued 36 times by the time he tried to buy the Vikings 15 years ago, and his quote-unquote headquarters were in a strip mall in Chandler, Arizona. Would you let that guy buy into your league? This was the first investor of the alliance, and Chaz Ebersol took his money. Chaz Ebersol took Reggie Fowler's supposed money, and this is why they couldn't pay salaries week 1.
Get him out.
Reggie Fowler never had the money. And he just got arrested yesterday on bank fraud charges. He's facing 70 years in jail for fraud. And Charlie Ebersol took his money to launch the league. So while I'm absolutely upset at Dodgy Tom Dundon for extinguishing our hopes and dreams of a beautiful spring football league that we all loved, at the very start, Chaz Ebersol was duped. Why would you take his money or think you were taking money? Of course it's going to bounce. Of course he doesn't have the cash. 15 years ago, they couldn't find his headquarters. 15 years ago, nobody was answering the phone at his offices. 15 years ago, the NFL said, nah, I don't think so. 15 years ago, he had been sued 36 times. What is that number now? 136 times? And Charlie Ebersol said, yeah, sure, you can be our cash cow. Yeah, sure, you can be our money man. What are you doing? How could you be so stupid? Stevie, you idiot. How could you do it? How could it happen? You know, this is what I'm most upset about. If the football stunk, if it was garbage and disorganized and bad football, I wouldn't care. Who cares? Fine, on to the next. But the football was good. The football was good, Mraz. The football wasn't only good, the football was better than anybody would have expected. Mark Zinno, voice of the Atlanta Legends, joined us 2 weeks ago. He said outside of 3 or 4 college football teams, any Alliance team would have beaten every college football team, which means you were watching football that was better than the SEC, better than the Big 12, better than the Big 10, better than the ACC. If you're giving me football that's better than the SEC every week in the spring, why wouldn't I watch?
I stuck with it all those weeks and stuck with it simulating because the football was good. That's all we wanted. I wanted good football, DA. We had good football. But now, of course, when you get the good football, now you have the bad business plan. In spring football, when you get the bad football, you have a good business plan. Why can't we just figure this thing out and get good business and good football and put it together? And now I got Oliver Luck in here dodging questions, and we're about to play pinball in overtime. That's going to be good football? Stop the madness. Just give me good spring football.
I don't trust the XFL to... Maybe the quality of football will be as good as the Alliance. I hope it is.
But if the quality's fine, that's great. I don't need the hokey 3-point play, the 4-point play.
Yeah.
Play football and play football rules with minor tweaks.
How are they doing the XFL? Overtime?
Overtime is at the same time, each team's offense and defense is going to go to each end, and they're going to have like 5 tries each, almost like penalty kicks.